Howdy everybody, my name is Blitzvogel and I'd like to welcome you to this benchmarking video of Grand Theft Auto 5 for the PC. Purpose of this video is to demonstrate how the game runs in PS4 equivalent settings on my setup, which includes a Radeon R9 270 at stock clocks, as well as an i5 4690K at stock clocks. The settings I used here come from the guys at Digital Foundry who, through their means and testing, we're able to deduce that these settings are pretty much equivalent to the PS4. On PlayStation 4, the game does render at 1080p and does use FXAA. As far as the other settings go, high settings are pretty much equivalent to the PS4. The two notable exceptions are the texture quality and the post-FX quality. Anisotropic filtering is only set to 4 times, and reflection MSAA is off. As far as I can deduce, the advanced graphics settings are only exclusive to the PC, so we will leave them all off. And so now we're going to go ahead and run the benchmark. Now this R9 270 does only have 2 GB of video memory. Despite as such, it should be able to run very high settings regardless, despite what the VRAM indicator says in the graphics options menu. Using something like MSI Afterburner, you can display how much video memory your video card is using at the moment, and so far I haven't seen it go above 2 GB. It usually hovers around 1800 to 1900. Sometimes it goes as low as 1600 megabytes. Now I will warn you that if you're watching this video, obviously it's not running 60 frames a second. I only recorded at 30, but of course the frame data is still recorded there at the bottom of the screen as the benchmark is running. But so far, mostly it's hovering just above 50. Sometimes it goes above 60. So far it's actually running quite smoothly. And depending on how you're willing to reduce the frame rate for more details, there is actually a lot of room for play here if you want something that looks better than what a PS4 can output, or if you want something that looks similar and you're fine with that and you'd like the higher frame rate. Also, it must be noted that I used a direct recording means to record this video. I used OBS, and while I'm only have the video recording system set to 30 frames a second and to a pretty low data rate as far as bitcode goes, it still has an appreciable hit on the benchmark, usually about 5 frames a second. So that should be taken into account when watching this video. And I didn't want to use some cheap means like using a cell phone to record this and then uploading it to my PC. I figured a direct recording would just be easier and it'd get the point across really. Now this benchmark here with the jet, it really goes to show how much detail there is in the distance, as well as how well this engine can run as long as you don't overburden your graphics processor. But like I said earlier, there is a lot of room for play here. We can obviously increase the settings and still get pretty good frame rates if we want to. Things like MSAA are not out of the realm of possibilities with this graphics card. There's definitely too much room to play to say it's not possible, and for many people FXAA just looks too blurry, especially if you're dealing maybe with a lower screen resolution, or you just have really good eyesight, so you might want to switch it to MSAA as your anti-aliasing solution. Now me personally, I'm fine with FXAA. It does not bother me all that much. I would increase the anisotropic filtering up to X16 though, and I'd also increase the settings on the water quality, as well as probably the grass quality. And importantly, I am using the latest beta driver from AMD for my graphics card, which is 15.4 if I remember correctly. I was previously using 14.2, and the jump in frame rate is quite appreciable, and I'm glad I changed my driver. And I only downloaded that beta driver this morning, so I didn't go through the trouble of recording the benchmark before I changed drivers. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more of this kind of stuff. I really appreciate it. And if you disliked it, dislike it. I don't care. I need feedback. I like feedback. It's good. So thanks for watching once again.